Yes, you know our iconic greetings on Blessed Sword. And I welcome you all to another episode of Living Channel. It's your host, King Kwesi, right here on the channel. If you're here for the first time, there are three things I want you guys to do. Please like this video, subscribe, and be part of the family, and share this content with a friend and tell a friend about Blessed Sword. China is a superpower, and in their quest to stay on top of the world, they are learning other languages from different parts of the world. In today's episode, we are going to talk to Max, who is a German teacher right here in the city of Yantai. I hope you guys are ready for this conversation. Let's go talk to Max. See you on the other side.
Before I came here, I thought that all that stuff that we learn from the media in Germany, that it's very dirty and the air is so polluted and it's strict and everybody's not happy, but it's completely different. It's a friendly place, it's a good place to live, and it's very safe. I feel much more safe here in China than I feel back home in Germany. And especially as a teacher, you're respected a lot. It's a little bit difficult because you need your passport and you need your tax ID. I'm surprised in a positive way. If somebody had asked me some years ago, would you like to go to China and work there? I would have said, no way, no way. I never wanted to go to China.
Right, welcome back to another episode of Living in China. Today, I have my brother here. One interesting thing about this video is he watched my video whilst he was in Germany before coming here. So meeting him is like meeting a brother.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Blessed Sword.
Hi, I'm Max. I'm 30 years old from Germany, and I stay here in Yantai as a teacher for German language.
A teacher for German language?
Yeah, I teach German in the Yantai Institute of Technology for students that want to come to Germany and study in Germany.
So how long you been in China?
I came to China in the end of September last year.
End of September last year. So you came to China after COVID, right?
Yeah, right. I came during the pandemic, and I had to do quarantine and all of this. It was very hard.
How was the quarantine process?
It was okay in the quarantine. I thought it would be harder, but the hotel was okay. We came to Shanghai from Germany. We stayed 2 weeks in a hotel in Shanghai in quarantine, and then 2 more weeks here in Yantai. This hotel was not good, but overall it was okay to be in quarantine. I could also already teach online, so I had something to do. It was okay.
So you were quarantined for 1 month in total?
Yeah. 2 weeks in Shanghai and 2 weeks in Yantai.
Did you have to pay the quarantine fee yourself, or the Chinese government paid that?
Not the government paid it, but my German employer paid it.
What was your first impression when you got out of quarantine and you went out on the streets of China? What was your first impression about China?
First impression about China was that the people are very friendly and helpful and very welcoming, also very curious about foreigners. I remember we went to a street full of bars, and everybody looked at us, everybody talked to us because we were basically the only foreigners there. But everybody was very friendly. They all invited us for drinks and all very curious. Asked, where are you from? What are you doing here? And it was a good experience.
It was a good experience, right?
Yeah, very good.
So you think that Chinese people are very friendly?
Yeah, Chinese people are very friendly and welcoming, helpful.
What was your thought about China before coming here?
Before I came here, I thought that all that stuff that we learn from the media in Germany, that it's very dirty and the air is so polluted and it's strict and everybody's not happy, but it's completely different.
Also, the media shows that everybody is not happy in China.
Yeah, they say something like, oh, it's a dictatorship and it's very bad and people suffer and stuff like this. But I don't have this impression here. I think that most of the people are very happy here and they like to live here. They enjoy their life, and it's a friendly place. It's a good place to live, and it's very safe. I feel much more safe here in China than I feel back home in Germany.
You mean you feel more safer in China than your home country, Germany?
Yeah.
Why do you say so?
Because I don't see any robbery here or any thieves or something. I mean, I can just let my phone somewhere, leave it in a bar, and the next day it will be there.
People said we have been paid to do this video. Are you paid to say some of these things about China?
No. Nobody pays me. Nobody sponsors me. It's my honest opinion about China and the people here.
Your honest opinion?
Yeah.
You teach German, right?
Yes.
German language to Chinese people?
Yes, right.
What is the age of these kids that you teach?
They are around 18 to 20 years old, students in the first semester. And they are engineering students. And they want to go to Germany to make some experience abroad.
Is it very difficult to teach this subject to Chinese kids?
I think it's not more difficult to teach it to Chinese than to any other country. It's just you need to know how they learn and what is their style of learning. In China, it's a little bit different than in Europe, but most of them are very motivated and they like to learn, so it's okay. It's a challenge, but it's something that I like.
It's a challenge, but it's something that you like. What has been the most challenging aspect of teaching German language in China?
Very challenging is that like the pronunciation, because in German we have so many sounds and words that are very difficult for Chinese people to pronounce, and it's a lot of repetition. Like you have to do it again and again and again.
How many Chinese cities have you visited so far?
Cities. I've been here in Yantai, Qingdao last week, and Changzhou. And Shanghai, yeah, I just saw the hotel in Shanghai for the quarantine.
Okay, so what is your most memorable moment so far in China?
There are so many. First of all, I met my girlfriend here.
You met your girlfriend in China?
Yeah, and that's very good. And also, like we took a walk in the mountains near Qingdao. It was very nice to see the old temples and all this stuff.
What is the future for you? Do you intend to stay in China for long years to teach, or you want to go back later?
My contract is for 1 year, but I want to stay longer. I want to stay at least 2 years and wait for my students to finish all of the German classes, which takes 3 years. That's my plan. That they started with me. I was their first teacher, so they started German with me from zero, and I want to go with them until they finish. And some of them can go to Germany.
Good moment to see some of your students in Germany.
Yeah, it's really nice to see how they progress and how they learn a little bit, and they already start talking German to each other. That's a little bit of success for me.
Working in Germany and working in China, what are the differences between these two countries?
The biggest difference is that in Germany I worked all the time just online because of COVID, and here I go to the class and meet the people face to face. It's much different, and I think that in China they respect you more. Like when you are a teacher, you get a lot of respect, and that's the difference.
People who are in 18, 20,
Yeah.
don't you face any challenges from these young kids?
Sometimes it's challenging that they don't focus and they just want to play with their phone and something. But you have to treat them like friends, I think. That's a good way. If you treat them like friends and then they see, okay, he's not a strict teacher like the professors they used to. It's just a friend who teaches us something, then it's good. Then they are motivated.
You studied all your life in Germany.
Yes.
How is the education system in China, if you compare the education system in China to that of Germany, what are the similarities and what are the differences?
I think here in China they have a lot more pressure. Like the exams are very much more difficult. And in Germany the groups are smaller, like the classes are smaller, and they differentiate more. Like they have all kind of different schools, and here it's like almost everybody can go to university. There's a university for everything, but in Germany it's like they decide in a very young age if the kid goes to which kind of school, and that is like for the whole future. Like they decide in the age of 10 years or something, okay, this kid can go to this school, and if he finishes he can study in university. I think here it's better than because they have more time. They stay together for a longer time.
You have been in China for some time now. What is one thing that you like about China?
I like the people, as I said, they're very friendly, and also it's like I think that life here is somehow more easygoing than in Germany. Like people, they don't bother you that much, and you can basically go out everywhere and it's safe. Doesn't feel like you have to avoid some areas.
Right. In as much as you have good things about China, what is one thing that you wish it could be changed?
For me, because I didn't speak Chinese at all when I came here, and I still don't speak that much, it's very difficult sometimes that people don't understand you. When you say something and you have a little bit different pronunciation, they don't understand you. And they're not used to foreigners, especially here in Yantai. They're not used to foreigners, so it's really hard to find somebody who speaks English, or even to find signs in English or something. You have always to use a translator.
Do you enjoy some privileges as a German teacher or a foreigner in China?
I think the people are very friendly towards foreigners, and especially as a teacher, you're like respected a lot. And of course, the money we earn here is very good money, so we can have a good life with this money. And one more privilege is that, like I said, nobody bothers you. Like you can go out, you can do whatever you want. As long as you follow the rules, it's okay. And
So-
people don't care that much about superstitious things.
Right. You mean working here, you earn more than you'll be working in home country?
Yeah, I mean, I earn the same, but for the same money, I can afford much more here.
For the same money, you can afford much more here.
Yeah.
So you came to China at a very difficult time of the world. That is the COVID situation.
Yeah.
What are some of the strategies that you used to settle so well?
Well, one good thing is that one of my colleagues is also my best friend, and we were together. And we are a team of 5 people, and we had like a good exchange. We had a WeChat group and everything, so we could talk. And I also had my books and everything with me to survive the quarantine.
One thing that you don't get as a German in China.
I really miss German bread.
German bread?
Yeah.
How is the bread in Germany different from that of China?
In Germany, we have like so many different kinds of bread, and it has a very unique taste. It's brown bread, and here you have just this white bread, and it's very kind of like sweet. This is one thing I miss, and also cheese. I mean, you can buy cheese here, but it's very expensive. That's some things are much more expensive than back home, especially the imported stuff. But basically, I get everything I need here.
Oh, you get everything that you need here?
Yeah, basically, yes.
Okay, what are some of the apps that you used to help you settle so well? You know, in China, they have different apps. So if there are foreigners that are coming to China, what are some of the advice or apps that you tell them to use to make them settle so well in China?
WeChat is very useful. It's like basically like WhatsApp, but it has much more functions. Like you can send money and pay with it. But for the full, like to have all functions, you need a Chinese bank account. For this WeChat and Alipay, it's very useful. And I mean, compared to Germany, you don't use cash here. In Germany, it's very difficult to find a place where you can pay with your card, just in supermarkets or some places like this. But in a restaurant, for example, they just accept cash. And here you don't need cash. I didn't have cash with me for, 2 months or so. I didn't have cash in my pockets. So I advise to everyone who is coming here, like read about Alipay and WeChat, try to get a Chinese bank account, and it's very easy with those apps.
Is it very easy to go to the bank as a foreigner to transact business?
It's a little bit difficult because you need your passport and you need your tax ID. And they even, which surprised me and kind of stressed me also, they even ask for the address where you were born in your home country. Not just the place, but the address. So I had to Google the address of the hospital in my home country where I was born. And they want to know a lot of details about you. And that's a little bit stressful, but what I experienced here in China is that everything at some point works out. Like at the beginning it's difficult and you think, oh no, it's not going to be solved, but then somehow everything is going to be okay.
Before I let you go, describe your overall experience in China so far.
My overall experience is like I'm surprised in a positive way, and I like China. I can't imagine staying here, and if somebody had asked me some years ago, would you like to go to China and work there, I would have said, no way. I never wanted to go to China. But then I took this opportunity and I'm glad I did it. I don't regret it.
Okay. What is your favorite Chinese word or phrase?
I like the word 没事, like it's no problem or something. And they always say, all the time, they say 没事,没事.
没事,没事,没事. All right, Max, thank you so much for talking to Bless His World. And I believe that your story will help other people to come to China and to settle well. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.